Hello and welcome back to the video on the Football Zone and to a weekend previewing all the games coming up in the Premier League this weekend. And without further ado, let's get straight into things with the Eddie Howe derby. Eddie Howe's Newcastle taking on Iraola's Bournemouth. But yeah, obviously a club that Eddie Howe has very close affiliations with. And yeah, this should be a really good game. Newcastle on an incredible run of form, about 8 wins on a row now, I think it is. And Bournemouth, yeah, not doing badly themselves at all. Iraola, doing a spectacular job there. But I think Newcastle at home, they look so strong at the moment, I can see that going in their favour. Moving on into Brentford against Liverpool at the G-Tech. And yeah, this isn't going to be an easy game for Liverpool at all. We've seen the quality that Brentford have had taking point off Man City recently and stuff like that. So yeah, it's not going to be an easy game for them at all. And one that I think could be a bit of a bananas game for Liverpool. They look so strong at the moment under Arne Slot. It just feels like there's very little that can really stop them on their way to the league title this year. So yeah, I'm going to say Liverpool will probably come away with a win here. I think it won't be easy at all, but I think they'll just about do it. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on into Leicester as they host Fulham at the King Power. And I think Leicester, over the games against Fulham and Crystal Palace at home, they probably would have been targeting 4 points maybe from that. And yeah, obviously they lost against Palace, so it's an impossible figure to hit. But yeah, this is a really big game for them. They need to start picking up points, because otherwise they are going to come cut adrift, maybe not as far adrift as Southampton, but still adrift against the Fulham side, who look pretty set in mid-table really, let's face it. But yeah, I just think they have got that bit more quality than Leicester at the moment. I'm going to say 1-0 to FFC. Moving on then to West Ham against Crystal Palace at the London Stadium. And yeah, this is obviously a very interesting one. Palace themselves in very decent form at the moment, taking on Graham Potter's West Ham, who, yeah, coming into this game, a very, very interesting position, I think it's fair to say. There have been positive signs under Potter so far, but I don't think you should get carried away just yet. We know what the position they're in, but I think, another home game, another winnable one. I can see them picking up a win. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on into Arsenal against Aston Villa at the Emirates. And yeah, this is another interesting game. Arsenal, they can't drop any more points now if they want to be in serious title contention. And yeah, Aston Villa are a very good side, but I think this season, if Arsenal at home playing their best, obviously they slipped up against Villa last year, but this year, I think, it should be a game where Arsenal have got to be looking to win. I'm going to say 2-0 to the Arsenal. Moving on then to Everton taking on Tottenham at Goodison Park. And yeah, this is a very interesting one. Everton coming into this one, under David Moyes. Wasn't obviously the best first game for him, but against the Tottenham side that's really struggling, they may well see this as an opportunity to really get some points on the board, and get a statement win early on. But Tottenham, I think, will also see this as an opportunity for them to get a win. So I think it's a big game for both these sides, and I can kind of see that cancelling out in a draw. Moving on then to Manchester United against Brighton at Old Trafford. And yeah, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Brighton going to Old Trafford may probably be the favourites for this game. Manchester United just look so at sea at the moment. They're just struggling so much, looking so poor, that at the moment, I can only really see one result, and that is a Brighton win. I think that just speaks a lot as to how far Manchester United have fallen. What a great job Brighton have done as well. But yeah, I'm going to say it will be 2-0 to the Brighton Hove Albion. Moving on then to Nottingham Forest against Southampton at the City Ground. And yeah, this should probably be the easiest game to predict of the weekend, I would say. Forest, looking so strong, playing so well at the moment, getting that draw against Liverpool, really showing off what they can do against the Southampton side, who, let's face it, it was a positive showing against Manchester United at Old Trafford, but they just haven't showed that anything near consistently enough, and even in that game, there's a collapse towards the end, and that's why they're struggling so much, isn't it? So yeah, I just expect Forest to have far too much from here. I'm going to say 3-0. Moving on then to Ipswich against Man City. And I'm going to say this is a very interesting game. I think Ipswich, will be right up for this. And Man City against a team that's just been collapsing so frequently in recent weeks. It kind of has the hallmarks of an upset, but at the same time, I think Man City, there have been signs of improvement, but we can see the frailties even that game against Brentford. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, but I think Man City will have enough. I'm going to say 2-0. Moving on into Chelsea against Wolves, the Monday Night Football. And yeah, this is a big game for Chelsea. Obviously, struggled a bit recently, but they need a big result here to get themselves back on track. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting game, this one, against the Wolves side, who started off pretty decently under Vitor Pereira, but it's kind of tailing off a bit, relying on the bottom three teams being quite poor, keeping them out of the relegation zone. at the moment. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to say Chelsea will get the win here. I'm going to say 3-0 to Chelsea. Anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.